I don't get it. I always try new things and it just never works out, man. I don't get it. All right, let me refresh and get back into all of this stuff. All right, there we go. There's my public right there. Um, Let me see. I got to get back over through here, back to here. I always try to do things and learn stuff and get better, but it never seems to work out for me. Do things and learn stuff. All right, so here we are. But it never seems to work. Oh man, I always got to try new things, and it just never works. All right, so we are back. I guess I got to stay with the good old iPhone, don't I? Hmm. What camera was I using? It was actually supposedly a nice 4K autofocus. This thing right here. Earlier, I tested it with a members only live, and I got it to actually work, which actually worked and all that. But when I came back here and I didn't do anything to it, and all of a sudden now I had a big shiny forehead. So they are LED, but I mean, like, it worked earlier. Channel members, I think you can go back and look at the video where I was messing around with it and all that, and actually got it to work. But I got to get, I guess, into the programming or something and see if I can get the contrast down or whatever it was. So, but anyway, we are back to the normal routine here. So I'm glad you guys came back, man. That was horrible. All right. Anyway, all right. So Exo Fest. Exo Fest is coming up April 11th and 12th. So hopefully everybody is ready for that. These are XMAX tickets, because somebody next Tuesday will win the XMAX. A really nice one too. And it's like never been even open. Well, I opened it to get the number 628. That was it. So we go pin that right up into there. Exo Fest 3. So April 11th and 12th. I hope to see a lot of you guys there. Like I said, we got a lot of sponsors coming in. Working on sponsor vendors, all that stuff. So food truck will be there. Still working on finding the proper one for that. Hopefully I don't have that issue again, like what I did previously with the food truck just not showing up. I think we kind of we kind of let them know that they screwed up on that one. So no, it's not going to be in Jax. It's going to be at Cherokee Rock Village in Leesburg, Alabama. There is no raffle tonight. The raffle is going to be Tuesday, and that will be for the XMAX 50th edition Bigfoot. So hopefully I can get enough tickets sold off of that to where I can at least get my money back. So that did cost me $17.50 to get. So hopefully it'll work out. It's going to go no matter what, but hopefully I can at least get my money back out of it. I know some of these guys, they'll get on about the raffles and all that. They cry about, oh, you're going to do this. I'm like, I want to just be unpolitical and call them absolute idiots, because that's what they are. They don't realize how it works. And they don't realize the risk. Like, say you take a $1,500 crawler, you put it up for the raffle, you're taking a gamble whether or not you're going to get it, whether you're not going to get your money back. I mean, hopefully you double your money. Hopefully you make a fortune, but it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Yes, Nicholas, we're back. That's good. We only cry about Marcus. Now, Marcus is buying tickets for this, by the way. Just so you know. Shut the speed of the camera. Yep, the shutter. See, earlier I didn't have that flicker. That wasn't even there. It was actually, as a channel member, you guys should be able to go back and find the video There was no flicker. There was no any of that stuff. Oh, Nitro Pimp. Sean has a, you got that twin motor Savage, I think it is, or twin motor Traxxas or something like that. It's got a 3-speed in it, but twin motors. And this one has, I can't think of the name of them, but twin nitro engines of some kind in them. And I don't know why, but I kind of want to see if that thing will run. So but it does have the big twin in it. So he's got that. And I asked him, I said, does it run? He goes, he said it run. I'm like, all right, we'll have to find out. Yeah, 720. You know what? I got one here now. It's not mine, but I really want to see if this thing runs. So I really do. SJR. Say what? YouTube censored something. What did they censor? Kevin Scott. Awesome. Okay. I hope this charger is even released. Hang on a second before I actually talk about this. Let me go to Horizon and check on this. Let me see. I didn't check before I put this on the table. Let me see if it's even released. Hopefully it is. Let me see. I'm not going to say what I'm searching for. Let me check real quick. Let me see if it's going to show up here. Hopefully everything is still going. I'm telling. Let me see here. Let me just look up this. It's a really nice one too. Just see if I can get this search right here. I see something similar to it. I see something similar to it. Similar. Not quite. Ooh, that one's close. All right, so you guys can't tell what that is, can you? Good. I'll set that right down here. I'm glad I didn't say what that was, but I will tell you this, it's a nice one. And I do like those style chargers. Never seen a dual bank. Yeah. Pain in the butt when they're right. If it's a smart charger, I don't want it. Don't worry, Clayton. Then you don't want it. Trash. I'm not throwing it in the trash. No, dude. I will be honest with you. I like the Smart Tech by Spectrum. I do. I like to be able to see the individual cells of the battery when I'm done with the run. Checking the milliamps, checking the IR, checking all that. I like to see that. And I got the IXSR radio. And dude, I like the radio. I know it's stupid expensive, but I like the radio. Yeah, I found a water spigot and kind of slicked it back a little bit. Dude, no extra plug. They plug right in. Man, you can check everything on it. I have an S2100, and that thing gets used a lot, especially when you're talking like the low-C NASCARs or the Groms or, well, I got quite a few things here, like the Creighton, my low-C Truggy, my low-C Buggy. I've got all those on the smart batteries, and dude, they actually run pretty good. I like them. It's better than anything Associated makes, Mr. SJ. Wait, Associated doesn't even have electronics, do they? Oh, it's the knockoff stuff. Yeah, that's right. All right. Roaring top. SJ. Yeah, I got the 2100, and it is awesome. I remember getting some Reedy stuff. I put that in the trash, man. The torque was low. The RPMs weren't right. The ESCs just felt weak. That was not some. I don't run Reedy. I don't need Reedy. I don't want any part of Reedy at all. Into the Losi 5T. What? The Losi 5T, well, they generally discontinue one when they have like a small revision and then they make a whole new version. They put it like a V3 or V4 or whatever on it. So, all right. So, with the double battery shoes up today. Okay. I think Reedy was good back in there. Yeah. X-Max is tomorrow night, next Tuesday, Wild Bill. So still got another week for tickets. Sure, Banatar, what's up? Try to read it. ESC, dude. I didn't care for that. It's like I want to say the Element crawlers actually came with Reedy, and they just weren't up to par from what I was used to. Neo, I am doing RTRs, and if you guys want a link to that, let me see. I do have, there are two Trail X's in stock. Yes, I do have two Trail X's in stock right now. Right there and right there. That's the link to the Trail X. You're selling. Nitro Pimp, dude. I've done that. I have done that just to make it RTR and get it gone. Yes. Ponky, I don't know about Tekin. I know I like their motors. Back when I used to race a lot, my go-to ESC was a Castle Monster X, which was censored, and the Tekin, the 1/8 scale motor by Tekin, not the T4, T1, T2, something like that. It's been a while since I've raced like that. But yeah, the Tekin motor and the Castle ESC, that was my go-to, man. Had the punch, had everything. And the Castle still has the punch, but at this point, I think Hobbywing has kind of eclipsed them. So I just think you don't see any Trail X's. I mean, they're right there. I mean, what, are they sold out? Did they sell out? No, it still shows that there's. Really, I can order 15 of them. I don't even have 15 of them done. Let me see if I can add one to the cart. Yeah, it's still in the cart. Yeah, there's a Trail X in stock there. It's easier to buy. Yeah, Novak, man. Novak set the rules for a lot of things, man. They were awesome. Length of the shocks on the front, 92 with the offset cap, and then I like the 80s in the back. Yeah, I thought Trail X on. Yeah, there's two of them in there. The XC, yeah, I've got that in like the 5B, which is basically the Vidavon version of that, from what I've been told. Yeah, the Trail X is RTR. That one you get. They're in the box, ready to go. It would ship tomorrow. Now, the one thing Novak had years ago in the crawler world was the M2 Dig. I'm not sure if you guys ever messed with that in the crawler world, but dude, it was awesome. It was basically two ESCs in one, and you could dig either way just by using that auxiliary wire. And that was the best ESC I've ever had from Novak, as in the crawling world. I never raced with them. I was never a racer with Novak. I know, SJ, we need parts. And, dude, I've been checking the track, and it's like they're all on the slow boat coming over here. I mean, they were shipped before they went on their holiday. So, that and Vidavon as well. Put the E on my Mojave. 72. Nice. Trying to dig on a Claude stock. Wow, you had a Novak Dig on a Claude? I guess that would work. I mean, heck, didn't they used to make, well, weren't the Claudes the original crawlers? They made those into crawlers back in the day. I'm going to see 8. Rip. Today is the new year, so they get back to work tomorrow. I don't think that's the case. I don't think so. They actually posted some of their dates, and I don't think they're back to work tomorrow. Off-brand of Mad Max. But it wouldn't surprise me if they're not an off-brand of something, something, something from the dark side, you know? The Bruiser, the Tamiya Bruiser, that was like something we all wanted. But back in that day when minimum wage was like $3 an hour, the Bruiser at 700 was just unobtainable. But now it's like, ah, sweet. There we go. M2C? No, M2C is awesome. I wasn't talking about M2C. 15 to 22nd is a holiday. Bluetooth is nice. No, when did I talk about M2C? I was talking about XC. XC, that ESC. What's that from the Philippines? What do you think the big RC releases this year? I'm holding onto my money. Nothing really out there that interests me. Jay Guillermoy, I have no idea, buddy. I have no idea. The drones and agriculture. Okay. J Concepts Monster Truck. It could be. I know last year for me it was the Red Cat Vertex. I mean, just absolutely awesome. Yeah, M2C makes good stuff, and they're in South Carolina too. Also make and brand an ESC for you if you order a certain amount. Ponky, I've got that offer from a few different companies. The problem is that certain amount. At least for now. Maybe I'll be able to make it to where I have enough capital to meet that certain amount because I would like to expand on the Exocaged name. What overdrive and underdrive gears are you running on the Carbon X? I believe the Carbon X has the 833 underdrive gears in the back, and I believe the 1421 portal gears in the front. I believe that's what's in there. I haven't opened it up in a long time, buddy. 6S Typhon. Yeah? The price tag on what, Sherbanitar? Vertex got a new servo for it on axle. New servo mount. Oh, they have a new servo mount? Like 500. Yeah, and it's the 500. It's like, even if it's something, say it's a $400 ESC, retail 400. Let's just say I could get them for 100. Sweet. Quadruple, quintuple my money, right? The problem is that 500. I got to come up with $50,000, right? 50,000, 500, something like that. I got to break out the calculator. I'm getting old. But yeah, it's that 500 minimum, or depending on where it's at, you know. Now, the J Concepts Monster Truck, the class that fills is the racer class. And even though it's got the leaf suspension, it's got a working suspension. That is awesome. And at the Trail Venture, J Concepts in March, down at Scale Mountain, dude, I'm there. I'm a sponsor. I am in. Really? Behind the axle? Okay, I guess I need to see that. Now that would probably mess up, well, heck. You couldn't run a skid, but if it's set up right, it could act like a skid. They want at least a deposit on your if they drop ship it for you. Correct, Ponky. I guess I need to see that and see what they've got in there. What's my opinion on the KK pit line, buddy? I have no idea what a KK pit is. So I don't know what to say. Massive. A brushed Stampede and a hump pack. Buddy, I'm telling you right now, the Gorgon and the Quake, you don't mess with the Stampede. It's just, the Gorgon and Quake is just 100 times better. Exo Titan, you're expanding the name. You should make a primal sized crawler. Man, that would be so niche and so expensive to make. and even offer. I mean, you can get the bouncer chassis from Addictive RC and build a primal, sort of primal, a little bit of some primal in there. You can have a bouncer. My bouncer right now, the only thing primal on my bouncer right now are the axles and the tires. That's it. And I'm looking forward to eliminating that here this year. I'm bored. Can we comp? Dude, you wait till you see the line I pulled today, dude. Man, I'm debating whether or not I even need to post it to channel members, because some of the channel members are on the comp this Sunday and you guys may see the line, but dude, wow. And speaking of that, this past Sunday we had a cash comp and Executioner V1 absolutely dominated Carbon X. I mean, it eliminated Carbon X. It did. I don't break my Gorgons. I thought it is, but cool and terrifying remains largely unchanged ever since. The Stampede is basically the modern version of the old Traxxas Sledgehammer. And that was like revolutionary for its time. I've got a Traxxas Hawk up here that I've been tempted to put like a 1060 ESC in. And I think I've got a brushed motor somewhere. If not, Sean's got one out there. And actually do a nice little ride, but I don't have a body for it right now. So, that was it the Gorgon? That was the Gorgon I had? I know I had the Vertex or the Vortex. 42 shocks per wheel. What would you? Class 2 Carbon X, Megalithics. That would be my go-to tire. What did we break at that skate park? Was it a shock tower? Is that what it was? The shock tower. Okay, yeah, okay. But man, I will tell you this. That was about, I hit this jump and I had 6S in it. It did a quadruple backflip from about 80 feet up on a concrete ridge like this. So it was a focused brake on that thing. It wouldn't have broke otherwise. It would have just took it. Right, Clayton? Is that correct? Did I say that in proper detail for you? Because Clayton was there. And Nitro Traxxas still sells 7 Nitros. They do still sell the Nitro Bashers. Yes, they do. I don't think Traxxas is keeping Nitro alive. It's the 1/8 Racing that's keeping Nitro alive. It's the 1/8 Racing. It's the buggies and truggies. That's, in my opinion, is the only reason why Nitro is still a thing. I was looking for a mount without the battery. When I hit you up for a Trail X body mount, I was looking for a mount without the battery. So the normal stock body mount, right? So just a normal stock body mount? Yeah, I do believe I do, Jay Hardy. I believe SJ Racing was the one that I tried to get into his Creighton, and they were too short. So yeah. Keeping Nitro, you are absolutely keeping Nitro alive. That is a fact. It does until you start getting noise complaints. Fish racing, I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with NSDRC. That is not something on my list to deal with. Okay, then if it's his, I'm not going to mess with it. If it was M2C, I'd be all over it. I just don't want to mess with NSDRC. We all have our personal brands and all that stuff, and that is just not one of them for me. Clayton, you really, unless some miracle can happen and I actually get clay, um, there is no, you really don't want to put a nitro on that sand. It's just not good. Believe me, you won't be happy with nitro on that track. You just won't. Okay, so you need a Warlord body mount without the battery tray. Yeah, I've got that. Something to get a Trail X or Carbon X for Cherokee Rock, but I don't know which one would come in first. I look forward to seeing. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you get a Trail X RTR, it will ship tomorrow. If you get the Carbon X, you can get the kit. It will ship tomorrow. You got to build that. The Trail X, if you want to comp the Trail X, you're going to want to, there's a lot of shock adjustment. Bring it down a little bit and maybe swap to some 475 tires, or just go like leave the 5s on there and run it in class 3. You could do something like that. Yes, I do have some clay. There's a ridge over here, but that's more for crawling. Claygate. Yeah, Claygate 2026. You got that right. Message me again, buddy, and I'll get you fixed up. It's okay, Double A Day. We got it. Ruptures are 5-inch razor wires. Well, the ruptures are 4.9. The 5-inch razors, they are really good, but I will tell you, Nicholas, at Cherokee Rock Village, the ruptures are the way to go. They are killing it. So the ruptures, megalithics are there. SJ Racing doesn't like the razors because he can't beat me when I run them. So yeah, but that's why he doesn't like the razors. See all that clay for Clayton. Yep. So yeah, go with the ruptures on that one, man. They just absolutely rule when it comes out to there. I mean, in the different classes that don't have a rule against ruptures, everybody runs ruptures. Jumps are clearly rested just normal dirt and red gravel. A spot in town where the country pays someone to keep. See, with us, James, it's just, if I don't have the sand out there, then I've got sandy dirt. There's no way to get around the sand without either fully carpeting it, which may actually be cheaper than clay, which I've actually thought about getting like some turf and just turfing the entire thing. But then you'd get wash and sand and dust on top of the turf, and then you'd have a whole nother mess going on there. So, shit, dude, if we could get like half a football field of turf, I would turf that thing and be done with it. We could build our own wooden jumps and just have a whole layout change whenever we want, dude. I'm all for it. We just need the turf. Best tires for Traxxas Max. The best gearing. I think mine is 2050 on the gearing, which actually runs really good. Stock tires. I've actually got the Traxxas Sledgehammer tires on mine. They do balloon a little bit, but I think Proline belted would be your best bet. I'm not sure if Upgrade RC has any belted tires for that truck yet or not. Road base. We have road base around here, and I was looking at that. But the road base has got a lot of rocks in it down here. Or up here, wherever you are. And it would just turn the rocks right to the top. Underneath that sand is hard pan. In that hard pan that was brought out here, there were rocks in it. And sometimes them rocks are coming up through that sand, and I got to chunk them in the woods. So that was a constant issue. It was supposed to be clean hard pan, but it wasn't. It wasn't at all. SJ, you have a truck. We could totally go do that, dude. But it was something. It's like I would like to carpet the oval too. I will like to full carpet that and run 110 off-road right there. Like, we're talking like two-wheel drive 110 and down, which I think will be phenomenal right there. Now, I did that with a little bit of clay I got from Georgia. I put it in the corner, and dude, it is just so dispersed. That sand, SJ can tell you, when you're racing, I'll have that sand and all that stuff prepped. I mean, you have a smooth turn and all that. But about 2 or 3 races into it, you start getting whoops in the corners, whoops on the embankments. It's just kind of crazy at how all that works, man. Not very good at all, honestly. Really not good. Get sponsored by Big Clay. Getting sponsored by dirt people or trophies people, I've tried that before, but it's hard to get sponsored by a trophy shop when they are the awards. It's like, it's hard to get sponsored by them for that. I've tried. Yeah, sponsored by Clay. Ball field clay comes from Georgia. Yeah. The whoops are cool, they are, but man, you can't run more than about 3 or 4 minutes tops out there. GM12 to the channel. When's the full vid? Dude, I saw those. I mean, I have pretty much almost a full Vidavon, but it's got the 12S Hobbywing system in it. So it doesn't have the MGM stuff, which I don't really want MGM at this point. I'm happy with the Hobbywing and the Castle. The Castle's been doing fine, but it's currently just sitting up there. Kevin Scott, thank you, buddy. NFMX deals constantly bringing clay multiple times a year. Track to hold and during the summer. Now, as far as getting the clay to hold, SJ Racing knows all the tricks to making that clay hold. So he knows all of that stuff. So as far as getting the clay to hold, that's actually easy. But getting the clay here, last I saw somebody talk about like $450 $500 a load, and I need at least 6, if not 7 or 8 loads of clay. So you're looking at $3 to $4 grand just to get clay on a track. And I think even if we did have a clay, I'm not sure if I would ever use it enough to actually make that money back, because you got to look at it. Can I make enough back in, races over a year to actually pay for that? It's like an investment. I do believe that 16S is the new 12S. Yes, I do. I do believe that, buddy. I think you are certainly onto something there. So everything's still on, everything's still running. I will tell you this. I know this right here is just phenomenal. This is a really good little truck from Boom Racing. I'm really looking forward to driving this a lot more. This is a really good little truck, dudes. That really is. I know, SJ. There is a fortune in that yard that I will never get back, and I understand that. Dude, the 2-speed on that is phenomenal. It really is. When am I getting it painted? I don't know. I wasn't planning on painting it. I was just going to leave it like this. Just like I did with the other one, the white one. Florida sand sucks, but it's the cheapest stuff I could get. So, but anyway, so at Exo Fest, one of the things I'm going to be trying to do here is, I'm not sure if it'll be Friday only or Friday and Saturday, but in the pavilion, I've got permission to do a little oval. So I'm planning to race for fun, Groms and Losi NASCAR. Just simply race it, like say we'll put 3 or 4 of you guys on the oval, and the first guy to 5 wins. And then we just move down the line and we get a grand champion. maybe a grand champion for Friday and a grand champion for Saturday. Simple, easy, fun racing, and just have fun, you know? What do I need to get back? I still have it. What are you talking about? How would you put carpet on the oval as it's not covered? What about the rain? And see, Michael, that is another issue that we have. It is not covered. Do you have a Desert RC Big Sting chassis with the Vidavon 4-wheel steer? Do I have a Desert RC Big Sting chassis with the Vidavon 4-wheel steer kit conversion coming up? What is a Desert RC Big Sting chassis? I'm unfamiliar with that. For sand trucks and roving stuff. Yeah, for the real fifth scale stuff. I can see 16, and that's where you get that 520 kV Castle. That's where that thing really starts shining. It does good on 12S, but the 680 kV is better on 12S. That it is. I think I ordered the wrong dual motor transmission for the Carbon X, sending pictures to you. Okay, you got to order the one in line. If you ordered the one that has the two motors like side by side, yeah, that's not it. That is not going to fit. I've got that one too because I wanted to try it and just to make it go. Dude, I don't even know that primals need 16S, man. I mean, heck, if I geared up my my Raminator, dude, it'll do X-Max style backflips. I've done it. I have done it on the channel. I mean, you go up and you actually catch the full backflip just like an X-Max. I've done it. It was scary though. But you gear it up, man. That motor, that 560 has got a lot of power. I mean, 12S is plenty. And my Raminator and my Bouncer are geared down. Now, the Bouncer, it has a small 5690 motor in it, the 1250 kV. And dude, they do fine. It's amazing how good that small motor does in that 70-pound beast, though. Punky, 12S can do that as well, especially when you get it geared up. Believe me, 12S will absolutely pancake them motors. I have old videos of me doing the backflips with the X-Max with the Raminator. Believe me, it will. Raminator should only be ran on 2S. Yeah, 2S would be definitely do that. That doesn't take damage. Yeah, mine did X-Max style backflips off my ramps. Not like a bump backflip, but X-Max. I mean, like, zoom, like this and down. Legit. It's on there. It's in there. Yeah, it legit did it, buddy. Man, 70 horsepower, man. That's a bunch of juice in this thing. Nitro, can you smile and pucker at the same time? Because I was doing it when I did that with my Ram. As a matter of fact, the rear plastic is still bent from back when I was doing that. So it still has that. And like I can do on the pipe with the Bouncer, I can pop those. Man, I was close to getting that double backflip. But a little more pinion, and they're mod 1.5 pinion, so just one or two teeth would get it. But then I'd start really stressing that 1250 motor and possibly have amp issues with the Max 5 G2. Honestly, it's got a small ESCN motor for what it is. It really does. Smuckers. Are the separating the Carbon X's at Exo Fest like you do on the account? We were talking about that. And we're still trying to work the classes on that. I don't think anybody else does that. So we may just simply run Class 2, Class 3. I mean, I've got the things listed that we're going to do. That's all going to change as I get the manpower and who can run this class, who can run that class. We may just run them all in Class 3 and call it a day. I'm working on, there's another buddy of mine who really does the Class 1, and he can also host events. So I'm trying to get him up there to run the Class 1 courses. So the way this is going to work is you got 25 bucks. That gets you into the park. It gets you the wristband. It allows you to enter anything there. When you enter a Class 1 or a Class 2 or a Class 3 or the 6 scale, there's a $10 entry fee or $10 per event fee. You got to pay that guy. And the reason is that makes it worth it for him to direct it, because he's the one setting the gates. He's the one doing all the work for that class. So that $10 is his. That doesn't come to me at all. So it's a la carte per se. Rather than you coming in and paying, like Exo Fest 2 was a complete fail because they really wanted a big $100 in for the weekend. You pay for everything. Why pay for everything when you're not going to do everything? So you can come in to mine, 35 bucks, you're in, you get the wristband, you get access to all the raffles, all that stuff like that. And then go comp the class you want to comp in for a lot cheaper than paying for everything when you don't have to. And that's what I'm trying to do. I don't want you to have to pay for everything when you're not going to do everything. Simple as that. How did the BRX make you feel about hard-body trucks? Dude, that thing is absolutely gorgeous, man. I wouldn't put a hard body on something like this. Not even a little bit, but yeah, I mean, that's just not a thing there, you know. I know, Clayton, I can hear Sean out there too, and you guys heard it too. I know. Yeah, everybody can hear him out there, even though this is supposed to be my time. We know. Did you know you have been making episodes longer than Cheers and Star Trek? I've been making videos longer than Cheers and Star Trek TNG? Really? I know I've got over 4,000 videos. Most of them are mediocre at best, but there's been a few good ones. Yeah, C1. And the guy that I want to do C1 is Bo Rushing. He comes out of Titusville. He's all about C1. I mean, that is his thing. So I'm trying to get him to come up there and run that because he knows what C1 is. Me, I can run C1, but you're probably not going to like it. It's either going to be way too easy because I'm going to underestimate the quality of your C1 builds, or it's going to be way too hard. I'm going to overestimate your trucks. Now, when it comes to something like this, I'm pretty close. But I've got a guy to run the C2, and I've got another guy to run the C3. So, and I believe the guy running the C2 is also going to run the 6. So, yeah, we are running 6 scale in the comps. On the website, I've got a whole listing with some general rules for it. No scale points. Reverses are free. We're not doing winches. You get a free roll per course. Because there's no winching, because so many people abuse that, and they abuse it by pulling it with their hands. They just abuse it. So we're taking it out of the equation. So that is all figured into the courses. Now, RC Junkyard will be running the tug of war, and there is a 6 scale class for tug of war this year. So we got that going for us, and there's going to be a table of death, which is basically a sumo table on a bearing on a big coil spring. Yep. Yep, all of that. So that's gonna be it's gonna be one heck of an event, man. I hope to see everybody there. If I have another Exo Fest, it'll be in the fall. So once I get this one done in April, believe me, the only reason we had it in June last year was because those were the dates of Exo Fest when they canceled. So we just kind of took that weekend. But I'm not planning to do June, July, August, or September. Maybe October, but in October, you get Halloween Hollow Crawl by Georgia Rock Zombies. And guys, you got to go to Georgia Rock Zombies. You got to go to that haul and crawl, man. It is the greatest event ever. It really is. Nicholas, yeah, see, I've had some really good class ones that were just really good. But, I mean, if I test a course and I'm somewhat capable of completing the course with this, then it's going to be way too easy for you. If I take and legit build a competition class one, which, just so you know, there is a flat skid available for the Executioner that you can run in class one. It's not advertised, but there is a flat skid available for that to make that class one. I could build that and then say I climb everything because I don't have any of the stupid skill points or any of that mess. Then you guys have an issue with a course that just doesn't fit the bill. I know, Punky, that's the biggest issue that we had. Yes. Now, Nicholas, I did a video a while back where I had the same truck. I don't think this even existed at that time, but I had the 419 crawlers, I think it was, and I had the 475 crawlers. Same truck, same lines, and the 419s legit, I believe, won that because of the lower center of gravity. You have to drive a little bit more to get the axles and clearance and all that, but I want to say, if I recall correctly, it was really close, or the 419s actually got the win. It's an old video at this point, possibly 3,000 videos back. Exo Fest. Punky, you guys got to stop giving me good ideas, man. That is horrible. See, because Exo Fest, that sounds really good. That sounds really good, but I don't want to mess with Georgia Rock Zombies because that thing is just the best. But Exo Fest, there's a lot of stuff going on in October. Bronco, I will tell you this: Proline by the Fire was phenomenal. It was awesome getting over there. It really was. Seeing everything, seeing people that I've only seen or talked to online. Phenomenal place. But me, on this side of the planet, the country, it's all about rock zombies at Haul and Crawl. I had to think about it real quick. Georgia Rock Zombies. Proline by the Fire was absolutely awesome. It really was. But I still think that the Haul and Crawl is the better event. It's going to sound crazy, but I think Haul and Crawl is better than Beat the Creek. I mean, the way they run Haul and Crawl, the way the terrain is, the way they set things up and they keep things moving is insanely. I don't want to call it great because it's better than great. That's the best event that I go to all year. I mean, simple as that. Andrew, yeah, so you did see that video from years ago. It's been a while, buddy. With comps, just meet up and go trailing and have fun. Well, Double A Day, guess what? At Cherokee, there's a lot of that. A lot of trails and stuff you can get out there, buddy. You don't have to actually comp. Mike Carter, yes, sir. Haul and Crawl is at Cherokee Rock Village in Leesburg, Alabama. That's the same place we're having Exo Fest in April. Bronco, really, man, if you don't make Exo Fest, if you're available in the fall, go to Haul and Crawl, man. It's just a good time. It really is a good time run by good people. It just is. I think Haul and Crawl was the first event I ever went to by the Georgia Rock Zombies, and I haven't missed one since. That's back when I had a job. Now I'm just a jobless bum hanging around, messing around with toy cars. Yep, Stacey right there. That's right. Have you finally claimed a TX for yourself? I do have one in there, but I'm trying to get my dual motor set for it. I got the dual motor transmission in there. I've got the new battery thing. I just need to get the links done and put the axles and shocks on it because I'm working on a dual motor kit for the Trail X. Kind of like what I did for the Carbon X. Same thing. To rise in search results is to write the words Trail X versus other truck in forums bumps results a lot. Ponky? Sounds like you're a pro. And enjoying life every day. I don't know, Double A Day, dude. Sometimes it's stressful. You may think sleeping late is, wonderful, and it is. You may think wearing shoes once a month is wonderful, and it is. It really is. But man, I tell you, doing what I'm doing here, I could literally lose money today, or I could make money today. There is no guarantee. There's no bottom. There's no top. So that's the stressful part. And then I look around, I look at the cars, I'm looking at all this stuff, and I'm like, how the heck do I afford this? I don't know, but it somehow happens. Sun comes up, time to sleep. Man, literally last night, I told Clayton I was going to do it, and I did it. I was in bed by midnight last night. That was the first time at home I got to bed that early in a long time, man. The only other times I get to bed earlier than that is when I'm at an event or if I happen to be out of town visiting family or something. Other than that, it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock every night. It just really is. So it's always a long, long day. So, I mean, it's just kind of part of it, I guess. Okay, X-Max tickets are still available. The link up above, and we've got, I believe there's still 2 Trail X's in stock if you want to get those. Whoo, Mike, that's awesome, buddy. Thank you. 3,500. Gotta call the card company, huh? 3,500. Am I driving at Exo Fest? I will probably drive something. Am I going to compete? No, because I hope to be able to literally test every single course. I'll be testing with maybe the Executioner, Reese XP10, maybe the Element Ecto, or something like that. So I do want to verify every single course that we have there. So, and then make sure that everything is doable, or at least close to doable without a winch. They got to be right on that point. If that makes sense, since we don't allow winching, it's got to be at that point. If I can just barely get it with this, you guys don't have a chance. But I need to be able to get this cleanly with this truck so you guys have a chance to make the climb. So, and man, I'm going to tell you guys what. I don't know if you guys saw the video, maybe the video today, when we comped the Vertex 6s. Oh my God. Guys, that is the greatest thing ever. That is the greatest thing ever. Those Vertex 6s, they are so awesome. They are just, they're good. They are really good. Studio, you lose track of time. Dude, I have literally, Clayton knows all about it. Yeah, Clayton was out here doing something one night when he was visiting, and I think it was 4 a.m. I mean, there's a clock here now, which I took the batteries out of the clock. The clicking was getting on my nerves. So that's why the clock is kind of stuck right there. Debit card. Oh boy. $3,500. That's not through the website. I know that's not through me. When I'm building, 6 hours can fly by. Oh yeah. Is there a way to get the tie rod up and out of the way on the TX to keep it from getting caught and flopping down? Man, yes, there is a way to do that. I'll send you a picture of my Carbon X. Since they both have the servo on top, you take that drag link or the tie rod right here, and you bend it up and over, and you actually tuck it behind the servo horn. That's the way I got it doing two of my trucks. And the servo horn actually holds it up tight. So yeah, that's how you go about getting that. If not, that thing will catch and just bend down, and what a pain it is. I agree. That is a bit of a pain. Use AI. I'm unsubscribing. I've messed with AI. I think it's hilarious, especially when you get the really big people diving off a diving board and crashing down to Earth's core or something like that. I find that stuff hilarious, man. I find it funny. I was on Instagram, and there's this creator, female, and I start watching. I'm like, okay, that's incredible. And all of a sudden, you start noticing things like the backflip on the bar. Her legs go through her hands and through the bar. I'm like, oh, okay, that entire account, very convincing, is all AI. Everything about it. There is no such person that looks that awesome doing those things. But the entire account is AI. And then you see this, what is it, Sea Dance 2? And man, dude, that is crazy. I mean, there are some states here that have actually put in their things to outlaw AI videos because, man, they're getting so good. You could put anybody into any movie and have a full movie with a plot line and everything. Like, say I knew how to even use that, right? I could write a whole script, put it in there, put any actor I want, and have a full movie. That's kind of scary. It wasn't the pole dancing girl, Mike. This one, she does jump rope. Okay, very good jump ropes, by the way, and different other exercises and stuff. Dude, Andrew Diddle, man, I got way more than that I could send you, buddy. I've been kind of lenient, kind of trying to go easy on you. Clayton gets a lot of them. And Paul Peking right here. Peking. Big America is not AI. That dude is legit good. And Kamikaze is that good. Yes. But I will tell you this. Peking right here. We set gates like this past weekend. They were the most impossible, stupid gates you could set for the Trail X, the Vertex. And dude, we were clearing these things. We're talking, we were leaning like this with these trucks. It's amazing at at the lines we're pulling with these Vertexes, man. Exactly, we made it, dude. It was like the fuzz right there, but man, dude, that was incredible. Those are some of the most awesome trucks out there. Cody Smackdown 1, what's up, buddy? Okay, Andrew. I'll remember that. Okay. I didn't finish installing four-wheel steering winch on the old SCX NO and radio link tutorials. Man, the radio link it can do a lot of things, but getting it to do it can be a bit of a pain. It really is. But it's a cool thing, man. So, all right, let's talk Exo Fest. Give me some questions. I want to clarify some Exo Fest things. Exo Fest, talk to me. Clayton, man, there was this one, and I know it had to be edited. There's no way in the world it wasn't edited. because when it was walking away, you could tell very much it was not a dude. But when it turned around, I think I sent that to Clayton. What am I bringing? I am bringing hopefully Trail X's. I am bringing a few different trucks. My goal is to bring my little trailer slam full of sponsor stuff and to go home empty. That's my goal. I want to have a massive raffle. And man, we got Deluxe on board. I'm hoping to get Low C, Axial, Spectrum. I'm trying for all of them guys as well. They're all under the Horizon brand. A-Main, Upgrade RC, Reefs is the title sponsor. Arlarlo, I've got them. Man, if you guys aren't following Arlarlo, you should. When they come back, I'm on it. I got orders to place at Arlarlo, man. I want that e-buggy. I want that 6x6. I am absolutely ready to order it. There will be a food truck. I've not anchored one down yet. I got to get a hold of Scott and see if I can get a hold of the guys that he had this past time, which I thought were pretty good. It won't be that Big Butt Barbecue or whatever. I want them back. Uh-oh. Am I losing signal? Okay, there we go. I'm back. Double A day. No excuse. I'm driving in 33 hours. Go to Exo Fest. Yes, Clayton. Oh, now I'm losing my resolution. Everything was so good up until now. Well, if nothing else, at least we had a good live for a little bit. Come back. Come on back. Come on back. If not, I guess we'll call it. Yeah, I'm not sure what just happened. Everything was going great until... You could triple that for me, Washington State. It's back? Okay, I'm not sure what happened. Double A Day, are you coming from Washington State? For real? Max Headroom. Dude, that was epic back in there. Was he like the original AI? Double A Day, are you coming from Washington? Like legit? Someone plugged your Tesla in. Okay, I was about to say, dude. No. All right, so we're back to goodness here. I don't know what the heck just happened there, but I can't plan. I got too many rigs. Yeah, he's bringing a lot of trucks down. So we're going to put him to the test with some races. SJ Racing is going to take him racing, and we're going to see if he can really back up all the smack he talks. So at the park entrance, is that where you pay for booth park? Okay, at the park entrance, you got the fee for the park. I want to say it's like $10 a day, maybe $20 for the weekend to camp. It's not expensive at all. But I'll have an Exocaged booth set up, and that's where you'll come to see me. You'll get the wristband and all that, get you all checked in. The number on your wristband will be your raffle number. So that is where we will go. Bert, we have until next Tuesday to get tickets for the X-Max, buddy. You got plenty of time. Oh. Double A Day. Well, lucky for you, it's not Florida. It's Alabama. But yeah, dude, I don't know if I'd make that drive. Taking place at the Exoplex. Swampers, Exoplex is taking place at Cherokee Rock Village in Leesburg, Alabama. Here, let me go to the website here. I'll pull up Exo Fest 3, and I will post this to you. Now, there is it's like a product per se on the website, but it costs nothing. So if you order this, it's a good way for me to get an idea of the number of people that are going to be there and all that. We're still early in it, but there are some sold per se, but they cost literally nothing. Put in there whatever people you're going to bring or whatever. to give us a good head count or something to do that. Do I ever do a paint job competition? No, never done a paint job competition, buddy. I'm doing night crawling at Exo. I'm sure there will be people out there night crawling. Currently, we don't have anything scheduled, but Friday night, Saturday night, absolutely get out there and run. Do whatever you want. I mean, the whole park is open for us. Next oval race, yep. Exo Fest 4. The thing about Exo Fest, if it is what it should be, the Exoplex is nowhere near large enough to handle it. It just isn't. If the Exo Fest is what it is supposed to be, it's just not big enough. It's $8 a day for parking, or $19 a night to camp at Cherokee Rock Village. Camping is primitive, so no hookups. Thank you, Stacy, for that. Thank you. Now, Peking might set up a night ride. Are you offering to set up a night ride? YouTube is down. I'm still showing up on the screen here. Body mount with a battery tray. That would be awesome. I would actually use it. Now, the one that's supposed to take is a 2200 milliamp. I haven't made a battery tray for anything larger than that. Bring a pea jug and Ponky. Oh boy. How many acres is the Exoplex? I'd probably guess maybe 2. As far as like for the park itself, maybe 2. Peaking, well, buddy, bring your headlights. Bring your headlamps or whatever it is. I don't know. Well, it's better now. Yeah, actually, this thing glitched out for a few minutes and then it came back. So I'm not sure what's going on. Night crawling and trailing is awesome with all the lights. It is. You just got to watch that step. You got to watch your step. Because if not, man, you'll go down. And some of the places around there, if you go out towards the edge, if you go down, you are not coming back out and going home the way you came in. You're just not. So, could you get one of the neighbors to allow use of the property for parking, camping? I've done that before, but it's just not feasible here. It's just not feasible. The last big multi-event I had here was like the Gramapalooza or Gramageddon, something like that. And that was pretty cool, but man, it's just not big enough for that kind of event. So I mean, it just isn't. It just isn't big enough for all that. Gotta find out XP10 can do the executioner line at Cherokee. We will absolutely find that, Clayton. I'm not sure if it will. The executioner line that we found at Cherokee really needs about a 12.8 to 12.9 wheelbase. If you're 13, it works even better. The XP10 is a 12.5 as its performance scale Sorka class. So, XP10, that's the Reefs truck. Your whole YouTube is down. Now, I'm not sure what YouTube's got going on. We're still up. Let me see. We still got 64 you guys watching. That's weird. It says I started streaming 19 minutes ago. Whoa, everything went down and rebooted is what it was, because about 8 o'clock is when it did the glitch, wasn't it? Wow. Some up, Trail X, heard of them? Reefs, some up and coming competitor for the Trail X. Dude, I will tell you, RTR, I don't know that there's another. I realize it's $700. I don't think there's more value for the dollar than that truck. you get so much in it. Metal cheat code axles, carbon chassis. Shocks are actually pretty decent, at least from what I've got. I haven't got complaints about leaking. I think one of you guys said one of them leaking or something, but carbon beadlock wheels, brushless motor, good servo, 8-channel radio. I mean, there's a lot of value in that, honestly. I don't think you can buy it. I don't think you can part it and piece it together for the price that I'm selling it. I mean, I'm getting dealer price on some of this stuff, most all of it, honestly. So that's how I'm able to do that. Otherwise, there's just no way to get it for that. I was still down, something went wrong whenever I press home. Shut down and completely reboot, dude. Nick, there is like zero progress on that. Zero. And Ponky, like I said in the videos, some people call it a competition truck. To me, it's not. This is competition to me. That is trail truck to me. Now, I mean, it'll be like saying this is competition truck. I wouldn't comp this, but I would certainly trail it. And that's the way I see it. I mean, the chassis is completely different than any competition that I would build. The axles are very comparable. The transmission is good. Servo is decent. Wheels are on point. Man, you can narrow that thing up and tighten it up all you want. There are so many shock adjustments on that thing that you could really slam that dude down and really pull some crazy lines with it. So there's lots of tunability to that truck, and I made sure of it. So yeah, I made sure that it was tunable because I'm so tired of getting a truck and only having 1 or 2 shock adjustments where you can't drop it if you want to drop it. I wanted to make it the way I thought it should be. So I did. Yeah, that third Tuesday guy. Yeah, we're like 14 Tuesdays now. Buddy, Nick, I would love to have the clay too, buddy. I really would. Do I have a lot of snakes in the summer? No. Every now and then there'll be a black snake out there. Every now and then I'll see a corn snake. But I haven't seen anything venomous or poisonous. About the only danger to seeing one of these snakes like I just mentioned would be you jumping scared or trying to run from it and hurting yourself. That would be the only danger of it. Trail legs towards March 4th. Well, hopefully I have some in stock. But I've got parts on the way. There's a few of them on the shelf though. So depending on when they go, I mean, they may all go tonight. They may go tomorrow, the next day. I don't know when. I do not like the spiders, and I've never seen an alligator on my property, ever. We do not have iguanas up here. No, sir. Yeah, no, ran a snake over a couple of times in one of your videos. Yeah, but it wasn't a venomous snake. It was just a simple little snake. Like they'll eat crickets or frogs or something. The funnest snake I ever had was the hognose. A hognose. It was like a little rattlesnake, but man, it would either rear up and look like a cobra. It would flatten out like a cobra and hiss at you and everything, or it would roll over and play dead. Now, I did get bit by it, and the way that worked was I had a toad in my hand. Snake, I go to put it to the snake, the toad gets out of my hand and the snake gets my finger. And the snake got my finger and I'm looking at it, I'm like, what do I do now? The snake, it was literally crawling up my finger. And I'm thinking, you're not going to go further. You're not going to go very far. So I took him, I could put my fingers on his jaws, and I slowly got my fingers out because he had them backwards teeth where prey can't get away. I slowly worked my finger out of that mouth, right? Then I grabbed the frog and put him in there. Yep, so I have been snake bit before, but luckily it wasn't anything bad. Nicholas. 15-foot rock python doesn't need to be venomous. Yes, it was Andrew. You get a snake like that, man. There's a massive amount of muscle in that thing, dude. Yeah, that can that can overpower you by a lot. That it can. Arma vehicles coming out, similar scale to Arma Mini Creighton. Not that I know of, Nick. The last one that came out that I know of was the Creighton, the Mini Creighton. And that one, I gave the truck to some kids this past weekend, and they went out and beat the snot out of it. It's literally, to my knowledge, in perfect working condition. No diff issues like with the Traxxas. Let me see. I know Nitro Pimp does have iguanas, quite a few of them. So, but anyways. All right, so guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up a little bit here. Maybe everybody's internet will come back to where it's supposed to be, and everybody else can get on like they're supposed to and all that. So, but yeah, I'm going to post up more about Exo Fest 3. If you guys see me post that up, share that thing around. I really want to. Something that I'm thinking of here is that, and now I'm just talking off the cuff here. I'm looking at, peeking. I took the batteries out. It was clicking. It was driving me crazy. Just like there's the little fire alarm beeper. I've got that out in the shop. It's been 10 foot away from him for a while. He hasn't heard anything. But anyway, I want to look at and see what our participation rate is in the crawler comp area. I really want to see what that is, because I would like to. I don't want to compete against the big name Sorka fanboys, because there's a lot of them out there that just love to swing on their nads. I'm not one of them guys, but I want to try our form of crawler comp up there. No reverse penalty. That's the dumbest penalty ever. No skill points, because I mean, it's just kind of dumb. As long as you have a full body covering the chassis, I think you're good to go. And just generally, I want to try to put our form up there. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work out on that level of stage there. So the guys I'm bringing up to run these classes, you guys are important. Paul is important. He's running one of the classes. So possibly two. Are you running class 2 and 6 or just class 2? Crawlers camp. Anyone having problems with loading YouTube home right now? Yeah, crawlers. I think everybody's having a little bit of an issue. So something happened on the YouTube thing. So the YouTube servers or something. But anyway, the iguana's leered to stay away from Minnesota. Dude, I like that. The Leering Center. Oh my goodness. All right, so you're running 2 and V6. I'm going to try to get Bo to run 1. And I think Charles and Larry can run 3. Now, 2 is probably going to be the biggest class. So we may need to get Charles or Larry to come help you on 2. 2 is always a massive class whenever I go to a big comp. So it's almost like in racing, it's always the e-buggy. The 1/8 buggy is the massive class. That would be class 2 in the crawling. Yeah, no reverse penalty, no skill points, none of that bull crap. Tires, there are tires that we will allow that are not yet legal. There are some tires we will allow that are not even available yet. So they are very close to being available, and I will tell you from personal experience, they are phenomenal. Yes. So, but anyway, that's one of them things that will be, James said he'll do cheater or C3. Okay, so we got to get back on that and make a team. I'm just waiting to hear back from Bo on that. But anyway, guys, check it out. Share it when I post it up in the group. I think it's posted up now. If you're free, share it. I'm gonna post it on Instagram, TikTok, whatever I can post it on. So share that around, buddy. I appreciate it. And you guys have fun. Next Tuesday, make sure you guys have tickets because somebody wins an X Max, like a very collectible X Max. Anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm gonna walk around now since this piece of junk didn't work. I mean, it worked. It just wasn't good. I gotta figure out how to make this thing work. I don't know. Does it have a film on it? I don't know. All right, buddy. Y'all have a good one. XMAX 50. Get you some tickets. Guinness shared everywhere. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. You guys have a good one. And hopefully YouTube comes back. Because it really did mess up. I gotta get a good camera one day.